Hi guys, I'm Nina, you're the Interviewing Hipster Darlings, and we are going to talk about Requiem for a Dream, because oh boy, was that a film. Requiem for a Dream is about drug use, and it follows four main characters, and it is directed by Darren Aronofsky and stars Jared Leto, Jennifer Connelly, and two other people I wasn't really sure about. I'll leave the IMDb page down in the links below. But yeah, it was interesting. This is kind of Darren Aronofsky at his finest. It's a whole bunch of stories that don't really make sense together, or don't really make sense as a one whole, but make sense as separate stories intertwined. And is really interesting. Like the use of really close-ups, like extreme close-ups and split screen was very interesting. This was also filmed on 4x3, so that is kind of interesting. You don't really see 4x3 anymore. Even back in the time that he had made this film, 4x3 wasn't a big motivator. A lot of them were filmed widescreen, so they fit our screens now, but this one was very specifically shot in 4x3. It was very weird. And yeah, this is a drug movie. Harry, who is played by Jared Leto, is a heroin addict, and it's his story, and his girlfriend and his best friend or friend, I was not entirely clear on the closeness of their relationship. And then the other story is his mother, who gets a call about wanting to be on TV, and so she goes through this need to look camera ready, and so she dyes her hair and wants to lose a bunch of weight to fit in this dress that she owns, except she tried to diet, didn't work out, so then she goes on amphetamine drug pills. And yeah, that, no. I talked about Dread telling me never to take drugs because you will be dead. This provides a much worse example of how you might not be dead if you take drugs, but generally things are not going to come out in your favor. It was really well acted. None of the characters were at all likable, but at this point in this movie, likability wasn't what I think Darren Aronofsky was going for, and so in that respect, I mean, they worked. But yeah, it was just out there, and like, it was really good, but it was not something I would ever watch again. And there are other Aronofskys that I would watch again. I would watch The Fountain again. I would watch The Wrestler more than once. But oh god, no, not this one. I mean, it's really dark and really emotional, and I nearly threw up in my own bed at a couple of times because it was just really that graphic. And I don't mean graphic in the sense of, you know, they're showing boobs, except there is one scene, a couple of scenes that show boobs, but that's not the kind of graphic it is. It is really how these people interact, and, you know, the way drugs kind of take over your life, and so reality is overtaken by this. And I think the story name, Requiem for a Dream, is really interesting because I looked the word Requiem up, and it is a song for the dead or a mass for the dead. So the title literally translates into a song for the death of a dream. And I think that's very, very appropriate to this film. Honestly, I can't say anything more about it. If you are looking for film techniques, this is a great movie to see. If you are looking for something that will make you like consider your life choices, this is definitely a movie for you. Because I went downstairs this morning and went to go get my cup of coffee, and I thought, should I be doing this to myself? And then I realized it is 7 a.m. and I have not had my coffee. I should be doing this to myself. But yeah, really just, I wouldn't say if you're it's not for the faint of heart. But if you think you're strong enough and you think, I really want to see some really cool film techniques, I really want to see a movie I haven't seen before, I want to see, Jared Leto strung out for whatever reason, this is definitely a good movie for you to see. It's not told in a super linear style. Like, it's told in a mostly linear style, but it's not done A to B to C to D to E. And there's lots of interesting story moments. So definitely, please go check this out if you're one of any of those people. If not, I would suggest something a little bit lighter, because this does get pretty dark pretty quickly. So yeah, that's my review of this movie. I don't know how you guys feel. Have you seen this movie? What are your thoughts? Leave those down below. I don't have another question for you. I will think of one later. But till then, I will have either my Tifios casting video or my Alex Day YouTube survey tomorrow, and till I see you then, bye guys.